our world is what we make of it, then we know that our choices and decisions are what shape our society. And what we have right now is what we have given, for it's only a mirror of who we are. Sadly, the reflection isn't pretty. Staring back at us from the mirror is a broken world of social injustice, discrimination, and prejudices, especially against people with disabilities. Championing the course to heal this split is a network for the advancement of people with visible disabilities, NAPVID. We have decided to be a voice. You too can. Join Hitches and Voices every Friday at 2 p.m. on Independent Radio 92.3. Hitches and Voices. Spot the hitch. Be a voice.
On to Independent Radio 92.3 here in Benin City. The program, like you already know, is Hitches and Voices. Hitches and Voices comes to you courtesy of Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disabilities, NAPVID. NAPVID is a non-governmental organization here in Nigeria advancing the cause of persons with disability in our nation today. Today on Hitches and Voices, like we always do, we'll beam our searchlight on disability issues. With me in the studio, I'm not alone, is the project officer, NAPVID, John Ufang. John, welcome to today's presentation of Hitches and Voices.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley. I thought you wanted to give me a promotion into being a program officer. Well, thank you very much. Listeners, good afternoon. It's good to be back on the studio.
I know you don't mind the elevation, though.
No, I don't mind.
Okay, like I said, today's program on Hitches and Voices, we'll talk disability issues, and today our focus will be on the NAPVID Skill Up program for persons with disability. For those who are constant listeners of this program, you're very much aware of the fact that we've been talking about the NAPVID Skill Up project on this program. Promo has been on for quite some time, and that promo has been airing on this program, calling persons with disability to go register for the NAPVID Skill Up program. That is persons with disability who wants to learn one skill or the other. And yesterday was the launch of that program, and that's why I have Mr. John here with us in the studio to tell us more about that project and about what happened yesterday. And so these and many more we will bring to you on the program today, Hitches and Voices. So we hope that you stick around and follow us till the end of the program today. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the program proper. I'd like to ask, yes, like I said, yesterday was the NAPVID Skill Up project. Can you let us... Oh, flag off. Okay, sorry. So can you let us into what happened yesterday?
Okay, thank you very much. I wouldn't say it's new for NAPVID. It's something we've been doing before. So I would like to add Skill Up Program 2023. In the past, for those who've been following us, we're still under implementing the Project Help in partnership with the Edo State government. And in that project, we have the livelihood component where we'll meet the needs of persons with disability who are either in need of skill or who are already skilled but need support to be established. We've been doing that. We did that in 2021, where about 20 persons with disability were empowered and fully set up for businesses. And in 2022, we reached out to about 32 persons with disabilities, and over 60 were trained on various skills. So this year it's no different, but this time we want to scale up, and that's why we decided to have a new plan and a target for ourselves for the year 2023. And what we did yesterday was the formal launch, or would like to say the flag off of this year Skill Up program. So basically we had a representative of persons with disability from the various local governments across the state, those state present. We had heads of various organizations, persons with disability. We had the chairman of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disability, JNAPVID, the Edo State chapter present. We had dignitaries like the High Excellency Bessie Obaseki, flag of the did the official launching of the flag off of the program. And we had other persons from ministries and departments of government, social development, social investment program, Edo Jobs, and some other stakeholders present, including the media. So it was just telling the public what we had in mind, our goal for this year, and that we have officially kicked off the process for this year.
NAPVID is set to train 200 persons with disability
as our target for the year
2023. Are you looking forward to partnering, or are you already partnering with any establishment?
Okay, for us, part of our strategy is advocacy, continuous engagement, and collaboration. We've always known that we cannot do it alone. So before now, in 2021, even before we met with Edo Jobs, and we've been in collaboration with them. In 2021, about 40 persons with disability were trained in leather works and some other skills. Just early this year, we paid a visit to Edo Jobs also. I think they have a new management, a new MD, managing director. We've engaged her, and we've met again this year to look at the activities they have in mind. So yes, we cannot do it alone. We'll be collaborating with Edo Jobs. Present at the event yesterday also were trainers from various skills. We had someone from Shoe Directorate, the managing director of Shoe Directorate. We have Mr. Godin. I don't know. It's one
famous Godin of Austria.
Yes, it's one with a disability who is changing the narrative, training persons with and without disabilities. And so we had him present. We had Mata Obike, CEO of Tamara Global Enterprise, who is into production of household essentials, and so many others. So the idea is to partner with as many trainers as we can to meet our target for the year. So on our own, yes, we can't do it alone. We intend to partner with I mentioned the Edo Jobs, and we still look forward to more partnerships. Even those who are not present at the launch, we still hope that as the program go on, as we implement the program, we'll get to meet more stakeholders to engage and collaborate with for success of the program.
All right, like I said when I was opening this program, we've been using this platform to call on persons with disability to go over to the NAPVID Secretariat to pick up the form, to get themselves registered, to learn one skill or the other. What's the turnout been like? Are you encouraged by the number of persons who came to enroll for the program?
Okay. I would say yes, but not exactly what we had in mind, the rush we expected to get. But for an organization, for one who has been into disability issues for some time, we understand why it is like that. Before now, there's been a lot of scam in the system. Yes, so persons with disability always complain
reluctant,
being reluctant about going out for opportunities like this, because oftentimes they just call them together, they fill lots of forms, and at the end of the day they are not being called back. So yes, persons
but NAPVID has built a reputation for itself over the years. NAPVID is a household name.
And that's why I would say I was also surprised. In just about a week or two of our putting out our ad, we still had persons from other local governments send their applications, and like I told you, we had representatives from other local government present at the launch. So yes, we have a number of persons already registered. It's still open. Registration application is still open, so more persons with disability can still visit our office. It's still open to but I must tell you, it's not just everyone. Like I said, we have programs that are being designed for persons with disability. We'll
go into the nitty-gritty of what specific programs is out there for them to come and learn and all of that. But we'd like to zero in into a story. Would like to know why is this skill important? Why should a person with a disability earn a skill for himself? How much of this, would help him or her? So let's zero in into this story, and we'll be right back.
My people say, Akwe Okiamase, which means tomorrow will be better. This is something that I always held onto for a very long time. I would whisper it to myself occasionally, Akwe Okiamase, Akwe Okiamase. These words were my succor when my husband abandoned me after having twin girls. Life was hard enough as someone with a disability. Then being a single mother of two with a disability, well, that was something. Tomorrow would be better. There were days that this was hard to believe. Days when it was hard to feed my baby girls. Days I couldn't get a day job because I was one with disability. Holding on to hope can be a tricky business. You know, what can a mother do when her children only have tears for dinner? How do I hold on to hope when my children have never seen the four walls of a classroom? So, my faith in the better tomorrow began to dwindle in the face of life challenges. Then, everything changed when I heard the NAPVID Skill Up jingle on the radio. I didn't waste much time in picking up the phone. Soon, the ski program began and I was trained in the making of leatherworks. After graduation, I was able to start up my own business. Now, I don't have to watch my children sleep in hunger. My tomorrow will definitely be better, so I can now boldly say, Akwe Okiamase, because NAPVID has given me hope for tomorrow.
All right, that was a beautiful one, as told and written by Deborah Obasan. I think I was quite captivated by that narration. Okay, I still have with us in the studio the project officer for NAPVID, and we are talking about the NAPVID Skill Up program that's ongoing in terms of the registration. And just yesterday, NAPVID flagged off the Skill Up program, and
2023.
For 2023, and the target is to train 200 persons with disability in various skills. So, can you let us into some of these skills that you will be training some persons with disability in?
Okay, as an organization, that for us, a policy is we believe that nothing can be designed for persons with disability without having
their
them
input
involved.
Like they say, nothing about us without us.
Yes. So what we've seen in recent times is you have programs designed without persons with disability being involved from the start. We've considered the nature of disabilities and of course the challenges that would come with trying to assess or learn these skills. With that in mind, we will do our best to support and provide all the necessary support for persons with disability to get the skills they need. But the skills that have been highlighted are those we feel different persons, depending on the nature of disability, can do. So part of what we do is, apart from what you're telling us you want to learn, we are still going to assist. Ours is not just okay, take and go. We are going to help, support, and more like a technical partner. So it's not just come register and go. There will be an interview session where we'll get to look at you as an individual and we'll see what would work for you. Well, the fact location is a factor, mobility, and so many other factors that will be considered.
I know, but I wanted you to just outline some of the skills.
That we did. Okay, we have leather works, shoemaking, bag making. We have upholstery. We have content writing. We have production
Graphic
of household essentials, that is soap, detergent, air fresheners, perfume, hair, body cream. We have makeup artistry, graphic design, like you mentioned. We have content writing. We have fashion design. We have iron fabrication, catering, carpentry, social media management. And for a lot of graduates, persons with disability who are still struggling to break through into the work environment, we still have something for them. We are looking at series of professional soft skills training and CV writing and a lot others that would help them.
This seems very holistic.
Yes,
it's a holistic package.
Is thought of and captured in the plan.
So why did NAPVID embark on this project? What's NAPVID? What gap is NAPVID trying to cover?
I don't know if 30 minutes
in summary,
but in summary, persons with disability are how like in the class of those considered as vulnerable. They are the most marginalized and they suffer the most because no one really talks about them. And from homes, even your family, imagine getting criticism from your family, discrimination. If you have issues outside, it's even easier, but imagine your own loved ones, starting from the home, from birth, from childhood. You've been programmed to believe that first maybe you are a cause, you're a mistake, and not wanted, and you are deprived of everything you need to stand on to make a living in the future. Talking about education, deprived of education, deprived of even love. A lot of parents deprive children with disability of love. If you left for some of them, they just want to do away with these children. So you see everything that is needed to make you grow into becoming what you want to be. They are deprived of that from their childhood. But we've seen that there are a lot of persons with disability that have risen above these challenges and proven to society that if given support, they can become something. We mentioned Golden, who is a very good example. There are a whole lot of them that have risen above what the standard of society have set for them. So for us at NAPVID, we said what is needed then is the support. It means they have the capacity. It means they have what it takes. So that's the bridge, the gap we're trying to bridge. We want to see that they get the support they need to avail themselves of the skill for a better life. We always preach rights at NAPVID, not charity. So we wanted to teach them how to fish and not just keep giving them fish.
Okay, because there's a reason I asked that question. If you follow the news quite recently, for instance, the Edo State government has been very, very heavy when it comes to skill acquisition. It's been talking about the TVET program to encourage young Edolites to learn one skill or the other, incorporate it in schools. So they've been talking a lot about building more technical schools, because they want to have a very skilled manpower, a very skilled labor market in Edo State. And I think that conversation is also going on in the nation. We're talking towards improving the economy, moving Nigeria from a consumption economy to a productive economy. And for you to do that, you need to have the skilled population to be able to execute this economic policy. And most time when these conversations are on, it's on without taking into cognizance persons with disability.
Exactly, very true.
And it's it's a bit sad sometimes when I hear some of this conversation and how government is turning out policies to equip the population with skills, and they are not putting or including persons with disability in that conversation. To see what NAPVID is doing and partnering with the Edo State government, I would like to say a very big shout out to the Edo State government for being very inclusive through Edo Jobs, partnering with NAPVID to organize this skill up programs for persons with disability. I'll go to the area of financing now. I know that in time past, NAPVID has also evolved itself in empowering persons with disability who are already skilled in one vocation or the other to set up, to give them startups for their various businesses. Yeah. But NAPVID does not have all the finance in the world. No. So for these ones who will be, embarking on this project, who will be trained in various skills, is NAPVID also looking at helping to give them some sort of startup in the future after completing their project? I know NAPVID has done that before, hoping they can do it again.
Okay, partnership, like I said, is something we're looking forward to. We don't have all the resources to put this together. Like you've mentioned, we thank the Edo State government for supporting us this far, but we're still looking forward to support. We're soliciting for support from individuals, organizations, and whoever it is out there that is listening to us right now. For persons with disability, everything about them is expensive. Let me put it that way. Inclusive education is expensive. Everything inclusive is expensive. So like you mentioned, most programs are not designed with them in mind. But when you now think about designing activities for persons with disability, you see that it takes, I think, 2 or times 3 more of whatever resources you put together in putting up a program for persons without disability. You can't plan for a program for one with disability without making plans for their aid. If you provide transport for them, you must provide for their aid. You can't provide a skill for them and not consider the factor of location, how accessible is the place to them. Of course, you put all this in mind. If you are looking for one who is visually impaired, there are assistive technologies that will help them access and make use of their systems, and also all these are factors that increases the cost of.
I was basically talking about what you did, I think, last year and 2 years ago, helping to give startups to persons with disability who are already skilled, not trying to give them skill now, but these ones are already skilled. And you help to set them up. But we'll come back to this conversation. Let's zero in into the next clip where we, during the course of the launch of that or the flag off of the NAPVID Skill Up program, we spoke with some persons with disability who attended this program. Let's feel their pulse and we'll be right back.
I don't see that program, but I'm happy. But these people are just with this one. But I don't think I try this country.